Fair trade. Organized. Seek to. Receive. Wage. Humane conditions. Conventional. Exploit. Deserve. Guarantee. Living expenses. Alternative to. Primarily. Profit. Financially. Mutual. Sustainable. Equitable. Address. Disparity. A social dimension. Contribute to. Infrastructure. Underprivileged. Fair trade is an organized social movement and trading partnership that seeks to ensure that producers in developing countries receive fair wages and work in humane conditions. Unlike conventional trade, which often exploits workers and pays them less than what they deserve, fair trade guarantees a fair price for products, ensuring that producers earn enough to cover their living expenses and support their families. It is an alternative to traditional trade systems that operate primarily for profit. Fair trade not only supports producers financially but also encourages long-term partnerships based on mutual trust and respect, which leads to sustainable growth. This system aims to create more equitable international trade by addressing the disparities between rich and poor nations. Fair trade also has a social dimension, as it promotes community development projects that contribute to better education, healthcare, and infrastructure in underprivileged areas. Play a role. Marginalized. Access. Artisan. Struggle to. Due to. Exploitative. Offer. Alternative. Negotiate. Financial. Stability. Stable. Income. Reinvest. Purchase. Expand. Operation. Boost. Local. In addition to. Further. Enhance. Sustainable. Reliant on. Aid. Capable of. Thrive. Independently. Fair trade plays a crucial role in the economic development of marginalized communities by ensuring that small-scale producers have access to global markets. Traditionally, farmers and artisans in developing countries struggled to sell their goods for a fair price due to exploitative trade practices. However, fair trade offers an alternative by negotiating fair prices and providing financial stability. These stable incomes allow producers to reinvest in their businesses, purchase better tools, and expand their operations, ultimately boosting local economies. In addition to promoting financial stability, fair trade encourages social programs that invest in education, healthcare, and local infrastructure, which further enhance the quality of life in developing countries. This creates a sustainable cycle of development where communities become less reliant on aid and more capable of thriving independently. Ethical. Purchasing. Fair. Choice. Contribute to. Degradation. Exploitation. Counter. Genitive effect. Certified. Rights. Sustainability. Shift. Behavior. Have an impact on. Adopt. Practice. In response to. Additionally. Raise awareness. Conventional. Invite. Conscious of. Fair trade encourages consumers to make ethical purchasing decisions by buying products that are produced under fair conditions. In a world where consumer choices often contribute to environmental degradation and exploitation of workers, fair trade offers a way to counter these negative effects. By choosing fair trade certified products, consumers ensure that their purchases support workers' rights and sustainability. This shift in consumer behavior has a significant impact on the market, as more businesses are adopting fair trade practices in response to consumer demand for ethical goods. Additionally, fair trade also raises awareness about the social and environmental costs of conventional trade practices. It invites consumers to become more conscious of their role in global supply chains and the impact their choices have on the world. Certification process: rigorous, comprehensive. Evaluation: adhere to, standard, aspect, guarantee, a fair wage, have access to, require, adopt, eco-friendly material, certify, oversee, conduct, audit, inspection, meet, once, be labeled with, identify, ethically, transparency, accountability. The certification process for fair trade is rigorous and involves a comprehensive evaluation of producers' practices. This process ensures that producers adhere to a set of standards that cover social, economic, and environmental aspects. For example, fair trade certification guarantees that workers are paid a fair wage, work in safe conditions, and have access to education and healthcare. It also requires that producers adopt environmentally sustainable practices, such as reducing waste and using eco-friendly materials. Certifying organizations like Fair Trade International and Fair Trade USA oversee the process, conducting audits and inspections to ensure that producers meet the required standards. Once certified, products are labeled with the Fair Trade mark, which helps consumers identify ethically produced goods. This certification provides transparency and accountability, making it easier for consumers to support businesses that adhere to ethical trade practices. Fair trade have an impact on profound, challenge, driven, dominance, exploit, provide a with be, enable, living wage, invest, disrupt, prioritize, corporate, ethically, corporation, adopt, shift, mainstream, industry, labor, contribute to, responsibility, sustainability, fairness, foster, inclusive. Fair trade has a profound impact on global markets by challenging the dominance of profit-driven trade systems that often exploit workers in developing countries. By providing small-scale producers with access to international markets, fair trade enables them to earn a living wage and invest in their communities. This disrupts traditional trade practices that prioritize corporate profits over fair wages for workers. As more consumers demand ethically produced goods, large corporations are increasingly adopting fair trade practices. This shift helps make ethical business practices more mainstream, encouraging industries to improve labor conditions and environmental standards across the supply chain. Additionally, fair trade contributes to a global movement that prioritizes social responsibility, sustainability, and fairness, fostering more inclusive economic systems. Fair wage. Emphasize. Sustainable. Reduce. Footprint. Agricultural. Production. Certification. Organic. Conserve. Biodiversity. Method. Degradation. Alternative. Promote. Preserve. Natural resources. Reduce. Be sourced. Locally. Carbon. Associated with. Long distance. Transportation. Prioritize. Sustainability. Viability. Remain. Fertile. Productive. Generation. Fair trade is not only about ensuring fair wages but also about protecting the environment. The fair trade model emphasizes sustainable farming practices that reduce the environmental footprint of agricultural production. For example, fair trade certification encourages producers to use organic farming techniques, conserve water, and protect biodiversity. In many developing countries, traditional farming methods are unsustainable and lead to environmental degradation. Fair trade provides an alternative by promoting eco-friendly practices that help preserve natural resources and reduce waste. Additionally, fair trade products are often sourced locally, reducing the carbon footprint associated with long-distance transportation. By prioritizing environmental sustainability, fair trade not only helps protect the planet but also supports the long-term viability of farming communities by ensuring that the land remains fertile and productive for future generations.
Fair trade. Play a role. Gender equality. Marginalized. Barrier. Unequal. Lack of representation. Empower. Receive. Initiative. Break the cycle of poverty. Organization. Specifically. Cooperative. Financial. Contribute to. Empowerment. Overall. Improvement. Region. Fair trade plays an important role in promoting gender equality, particularly in communities where women are often marginalized. In many developing countries, women face barriers such as unequal pay, limited access to resources, and lack of representation in decision-making. Fair trade empowers women by ensuring that they receive equal pay for equal work and have access to leadership roles within their communities. It also supports women's education, health, and business initiatives, helping to break the cycle of poverty. In many cases, fair trade organizations work specifically with women's cooperatives, offering them training and financial resources to develop their businesses. By promoting gender equality, fair trade contributes to the empowerment of women and the overall improvement of social and economic conditions in developing regions. Despite. Availability. Represent. Fraction. Local. Premium. Associated with. Affordable progress. Criticize. Address. Poverty. Inequality. Overcome. Broader. Despite the positive impact of fair trade, there are several challenges that the movement faces. One of the primary challenges is the limited availability of fair trade products. Although the fair trade market has grown, it still only represents a small fraction of the global trade market. This means that many consumers may not have access to fair trade products in their local stores. Another challenge is the price premium associated with fair trade goods, which can make them less affordable for some consumers. Additionally, while fair trade has made significant progress, it is still criticized for not addressing deeper systemic issues such as global poverty and inequality. As the movement continues to grow, it will need to overcome these challenges to have a broader impact. corporation, adopt, principle, responsibility, effort, source, trade certified, suppliers, demonstrate, commitment to, ethical, be aware of, purchase, differentiate, appeal to, socially conscious, furthermore, transparent, be sourced in an ethical manner, popularity, realize, strategy. Corporations are increasingly adopting fair trade principles as part of their corporate social responsibility (CSR) efforts. By sourcing products from fair trade certified suppliers, companies can demonstrate their commitment to ethical business practices. This is important as consumers become more aware of the social and environmental impact of their purchasing decisions. Adopting fair trade practices also helps companies differentiate themselves in the market by appealing to socially conscious consumers. Furthermore, fair trade provides a way for companies to ensure that their supply chains are transparent and that their products are sourced in an ethical manner. As fair trade grows in popularity, more companies are realizing that ethical sourcing is not only the right thing to do but also a smart business strategy. Bright. Government. Recognize. Ethical. Awareness. Conventional. Expand. Industry. Advance. Transparency. Track the journey. Responsibility. Likely. Drive. Seek to. Align with. Transform. Prioritize. Social justice. The future of fair trade is bright, as more consumers, businesses, and governments recognize the importance of ethical trade practices. As awareness about the negative impact of conventional trade grows, fair trade is expected to expand, reaching more industries and markets. Advances in technology, such as blockchain, could increase transparency in the fair trade supply chain, making it easier to track the journey of products from farm to consumer. Additionally, the global push for sustainability and social responsibility will likely continue to drive the growth of fair trade, as businesses seek to align with consumer values. While challenges remain, the fair trade movement has the potential to transform global trade by prioritizing fairness, sustainability, and social justice.